What's up, guys, and welcome back again. My name's Kevin. I just got home out of work, and I was driving home, and I said, I've heard a lot of comments from my friends online or in person, and I thought I would shoot a video talking about the 5 most common things I've heard from my friends online or, coworkers like that, because I think some are a little bit funny, and some can be pretty annoying, and I think other Tesla owners probably hear the same stuff. So first, I want to apologize for how filthy the Tesla is. I purposely haven't cleaned it. I've owned it now for 13 days. It's 2 weeks tomorrow. Got 1,000 miles on it. I'm bringing it to Q Car Care to have the Model 3 package of the Expel PPF, having the windows tinted, so I purposely haven't washed the car to instill any swirls or marks on it. So that's why it's this dirty. It's not normally this dirty because it kind of hurts me inside. Anyways, back to the 5 most common things I've heard from my friends. Number 5 is going to be the must be nice. And I think you hear this for 2 reasons. Number 1, your average person out there that's not a Tesla freak or a car nut like me, they really don't know how much the car costs. If you ask a random guy off the street or a random person they probably think the car costs 80 grand or 100 grand. And that's just not the case. I mean, what's a base Model 3? 39, I think. I mean, it's not cheap by any means, but it's not a Lamborghini Aventador. So that's part of it. But I think the other half is, a lot of those people out there that you interact with, your Facebook friends, your social media friends, they're not really your friends, okay? And you post an accomplishment, not that this is a huge accomplishment, and they hit you with the must be nice. One of my really good friends was telling me the other day, man, I just paid off my Corvette, and I'm really happy. And I'm like, yeah, man, you should be happy. You work your butt off. And he's like, I told my other friend, and he's like, he hit me with the must be nice. And I said, I've been there. And it stinks. There's a lot of resentment out there when people post accomplishments, and it can definitely be annoying. So that's number 5. Number 4 is definitely the, I hope you have fun charging it. Well, we're charging it now. We can take out the Tesla app to see what's going on. I really like the app. It works really well. So we are at 276 miles of range right now. It's charging at 48 miles of range per hour, and there's less than an hour left. So yes, I will have fun when I'm charging it. I could be shooting a YouTube video. I could be sleeping. I could be cooking dinner. I could be doing anything I want while it's charging. And the biggest problem with this is people are stuck thinking gasoline, where once a week, maybe more often or less often, you have to stop during your daily commute and go pump gas, and it's an inconvenience. Everybody's like, oh, I'll pump gas on the way at home from work. You never do. You always just go home, and you got to get it on the way to work. But that's a thing of the past, because every day you plug the car in. It's like your cell phone. I don't really care if my cell phone ends at 25%, 48%, or 65%. I'm still going to charge it every night. Same thing with your car. As long as you do less than, say, 250 miles a day, every single day you wake up and your tank is full. And there won't be any more going to the gas station. Where, I'm not going to add insult to injury here, guys. Talk about the price that you're paying at the gas station. Because, this gets like 9 miles a gallon, so I still feel it, trust me. But lately, every time I get gas, there's like another question the pump's asking. And now it's like you put your card in, you try to pull it out, and you can't pull it out because it's like the new chip cards. Okay, then it's, are you a rewards member? Credit, debit, do you want a car wash? Is it Tuesday at 4 o'clock? It's too many questions, So the whole hope you have fun charging it, it's ignorance. And I used to be ignorant about electric cars. So I don't blame them. It's just ignorance. So that's number 4. Number 3 is you're not saving the environment, your car's powered by coal. Okay, first, the statement I'll make is, I didn't buy the car to save the environment. I didn't buy the car because I want to hug the trees. I bought the car because I truly believe it's a better car than a gasoline-powered daily. It's quiet, it's comfortable, I don't go to the gas station, and it's going to rip a mid-11 tomorrow at the dragway, hopefully. Hopefully like an 11.7, maybe 11.6. That's my hope. So, I then wanted to say, in New Hampshire, I wanted to see where my power truly does come from, because I was curious. I do know we have a coal plant, I think it's 2 or 3 of them in New Hampshire, but I wanted to look at it. And here's the official data. So this big purple bit is nuclear power, or nuclear, as a GW would say. And our nuclear plant powers 60% of our electricity in New Hampshire, followed by natural gas at 19.9%, and that little itty-bitty sliver of that black, that's coal at 1.9%. So no, it's not really powered by coal, and even if it was, it doesn't make a difference to me. It's not why I bought the car. But sometimes it's good to fact check your stuff before you think it or post it. So that's number 3. Number 2 is got to be the combination of, can it really drive itself? Well, yes and no, okay? The autopilot, I don't have the full self-driving. This is the radarless one. I've tried the autopilot with the auto steer quite a bit. It's definitely a unique feeling. Honestly, it makes my stomach upset. Like, I never get motion sickness if I'm the driver. Even with the 900 horsepower, I never get motion sick. But like, when I'm a passenger in a car, it's like almost instantly. I can't help myself. I don't know why. So honestly, it almost makes me motion sick. Combined with the power of the steering, I don't like it at all. Or your friends will say, can I drive it? And if they are a good friend, absolutely. When I first drove my first Model 3, it was on Turo. I rented one on Turo from this lovely guy. I think it was like 4 days. It was only $390, which is really not that much more than renting like a Chevy Aveo from Budget or something. I was spending my 30th birthday in Orlando, and it completely changed my mind. And I would love to offer that to my friends. So that's number 2. But number 1, definitely the most common thing I've heard since buying this Model 3, more so from my coworkers at work, or still anybody, is how do your door handles work? And I'm guessing a lot of Tesla owners have heard that from their friends. So for guys that don't know, or you come take a peek, you look at it, and yeah, I mean, they don't know. And you just kind of push it back, and when you get good, you can do it, pretty slick with one hand. So that's definitely been the first thing. I keep hearing that a lot. So that's about it, guys. I know this is not the most exciting video. It's just I had the thoughts in my head, and I thought I'd get it on video for you. Tomorrow, I am hoping to go to the dragway. Of course, it looks like it's gonna rain. I'm really hoping it doesn't, because that would be back-to-back days that it rains on dragway day, but I'm hoping to go. Hoping to get it registered. Got the plates from the Fiesta, and I got this front plate bracket, because I'm not gonna drill the front plate. It's supposed to be really easy, so I'm gonna shoot a video on this tomorrow. Got some new pedal covers that I'll put on. But it's really, I hope to go to the dragway. So that's what it, guys. Hope you subscribe if you like the content. Leave me some comments, what you like, what maybe you don't like. And that's what it, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great night. Bye.